Penguins. Just the word brings a smile. These charming birds, with their waddling walks and dapper black and white suits, have captured our hearts. But penguins are more than just cute. They are tough. They survive and thrive in some of the harshest conditions on our planet. Most penguins make their home in the icy landscapes of Antarctica, but some species venture further, braving the coasts of South America, Africa, Australia, and even the Galapagos Islands. Wherever they live, one thing is certain: penguins are perfectly adapted to a life spent between land and sea. From the moment you see a penguin waddle, you know there's something special about them. These birds can't fly in the air, but in the water. They are powerful swimmers. Their wings have evolved into flippers, propelling them through the water with incredible speed and agility. And their sleek, torpedo-shaped bodies are perfectly designed to cut through the waves. Let's dive deeper into the world of penguins and discover what makes these remarkable birds so captivating. The penguin world is filled with variety. There are 18 different species of penguins, each with its own unique characteristics and quirks. The largest of them all is the majestic emperor penguin. Standing almost 4 feet tall, these giants of the penguin world brave the harshest conditions on Earth. They breed during the brutal Antarctic winter, trekking across miles of ice and snow to reach their breeding grounds. On the other end of the size spectrum, we have the adorable little blue penguin. This pint-sized penguin, barely bigger than a pigeon, is found along the coastlines of Australia and New Zealand. They might be small, but they are full of personality, zipping through the water and nesting in burrows along the shore. From the king penguin with its bright orange markings to the macaroni penguin with its flamboyant yellow and black head feathers, each penguin species has its own unique look, and each has its own story to tell. Penguins live life on a tight schedule. Their year is a delicate balance between breeding, raising young, and finding enough food to survive. It all begins with the arrival of breeding season. Penguins gather in massive colonies, sometimes numbering in the hundreds of thousands. The air is filled with the sounds of their calls as they search for mates and establish their nesting territories. Once the eggs are laid, the parents share the responsibility of incubation and chick rearing. They take turns keeping their precious eggs warm and protecting them from predators like skuas and giant petrels. When the chicks finally hatch, they are covered in fluffy down feathers and completely dependent on their parents for food and warmth. The parents work tirelessly, taking turns to travel to the ocean to hunt for krill, squid and fish to feed their growing chicks. As the chicks grow stronger, they begin to gather in groups called creches. These creches provide safety in numbers, allowing the parents to venture further out to sea in search of food. Finally, the day comes when the chicks have grown their adult feathers and are ready to take to the water themselves. It is a moment of both triumph and bittersweet farewell as the young penguins embark on their own journeys into the vast ocean. Section 4, built for the cold penguin adaptations. Penguins might look a little out of place in a world of ice and snow, but don't let their waddling gait fool you. These birds are perfectly adapted to survive in some of the most extreme environments on Earth. Their secret weapon? Feathers. Penguins have more feathers per square inch than any other bird. These feathers are short, stiff and densely packed, creating a waterproof barrier that keeps them warm and dry even in the coldest water. But it's not just their feathers that keep them warm. Penguins also have a thick layer of blubber, a special kind of fat that acts as insulation. And they have a special blood vessel system in their flippers and feet that helps to circulate warm blood and prevent heat loss. Their bodies are adapted for swimming too. Their wings have evolved into powerful flippers, propelling them through the water with speed and agility, and their streamlined bodies and webbed feet help them to maneuver through the water with ease. Penguins might not be able to fly in the air, but in the water, they are true masters of their domain. Section 5, Penguin Society, Life in a Busy Colony. Life in a penguin colony is a bustling affair. Thousands, sometimes even millions of penguins gather together during the breeding season, creating a cacophony of calls, displays, and interactions. Within this bustling city of birds, penguins form strong social bonds. They have complex communication systems, using a variety of calls, postures, and even flipper movements to interact with each other. Finding a mate is a top priority. Penguins engage in elaborate courtship rituals, bowing to each other, preening their feathers, and even offering pebbles as gifts. Once a pair bond is formed, they work together to build a nest and raise their chicks. Cooperation is key in the penguin world. Parents share the responsibilities of incubating eggs, brooding chicks, and foraging for food. And within the colony, penguins often help each other to defend their nests from predators and keep their chicks safe. Life in a penguin colony might seem chaotic at first glance, but beneath the surface it's a highly organized and cooperative society. Section 6. Penguins in peril, climate change and other threats. Penguins might be masters of survival in their icy world, but they are facing a growing number of threats, many of them caused by human activities. Climate change is arguably the biggest challenge facing penguins today. Rising temperatures are causing the ice to melt at an alarming rate, shrinking the penguins' habitat and disrupting their food supply. As the ice melts, it becomes more difficult for penguins to reach their breeding grounds and find food for their chicks. And changes in ocean currents are affecting the availability of krill, a crucial part of the penguins' diet. But climate change is not the only threat they face. Pollution from plastic waste, oil spills, and fishing gear entanglement is also taking a toll on penguin populations. And overfishing is depleting the populations of the fish and krill that penguins rely on for food. The future of penguins is uncertain, but one thing is clear: we must act now to protect these iconic birds and their fragile habitats. Section 7. Protecting our penguins, a call to action. The plight of penguins is a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of our planet. What happens in Antarctica affects us all. But there is hope. By working together, we can make a difference. Supporting organizations that are working to protect penguin habitats, reduce pollution, and combat climate change is a crucial step. Every action, no matter how small, can contribute to a brighter future for these remarkable birds. Educating ourselves and others about the challenges penguins face is also essential. By raising awareness, we can inspire action and encourage others to join the fight to protect these iconic creatures. Penguins have captivated our hearts with their resilience, adaptability, and undeniable charm. Now it's our turn to show them the same unwavering support. Let's work together to ensure that these amazing birds continue to grace our planet for generations to come.